We were talking about causal body. If you take causal body casually, then you deprive yourself of peace, happiness, love, and wisdom. You are carried away by the effects of the causal body. Never take causal body casually. You will be frustrated, frustration, the effects of the causal body, frustration, duality, conflict, blame, complain in a different situation. It all comes from the causal body. Mood swing, upset, irritation. It is all coming from the causal body. Why? Why it happens? Why it happens? If you take the causal body casually. Take one example. I sent a self-evaluation of one guy who is meeting me at 10 or 11, yeah, I think, yeah. So he says, I'm scared of, now I believe that unhappiness, dissatisfaction, and insecurity will continue. He scored 5, highest. Causal body. And you are doing Kundalini meditation for 5 years. You claim that you have a tremendous energy, and he is not able to balance his energy. That is why he undergoes into stress and suffering. Oh, Kundalini meditation causes stress and suffering. Very good. You are a good practitioner. See, this comes from the causal body. We fall prey to limitedness, ignorance, emotional dependence. We no longer remain creative. Intellect is veiled by the jealousy, duality, fear. Mind becomes the boss. And we live in lower level of awareness. It is totally impulsive. Impulsive. You become uncontrolled. Causal body. So my friends, do not blame your honey. Are you getting it? Do not blame the situation outside. Do not blame your kids. I am responsible for my sorrow, and I am responsible for my happiness. Now keep smiling. We are just talking, understanding about the causal body. Are you upset today when you wake up in the morning? Did your mind say it's a bad morning? Then it is due to the causal body. This causal body works 24/7 until it is recognized and it is dropped. How it is dropped? By regular practice of meditation, by understanding, contemplating. Oh, it's a bad morning. So let me inquire, ask, and you will see the causal body drops. Causal body can only be dropped by knowledge, by contemplation and reflection. It can temporarily be dropped by long breathing and other mantras, but cannot be permanently dropped without contemplation and reflection. No, you made me crazy, so and then you remember that let me practice meditation. You do lot of breathing, and ultimately you feel lot of energy. Oh, at least now I'm relaxed, I got rid of the huh, the blame and complaint thought that you gave to me. So my mind is still blaming others. It is still keeping that causal body intact inside. Did you understand? That causal body can only be dropped by recognition, by intellect, by contemplation, temporarily. No, your mind is totally crazy. So, yeah, let us do all the practices. Calm down. And after calming down, you have to follow. Don't take the causal body casually. If you take it casually, it will definitely make you crazy. Now see, what causal body do? Sorry. This causal body forces the mind to see, to find, to run after the pleasure that is present outside. Happiness outside is not present. It makes me run. Think of this. This causal body, through the mind, links itself to the objects outside. Then there is a delusion, and I say peace and happiness is there. What happens there? Now see the counter effects. That is what is known as a grand ignorance. We lose energy. We feel tired. We are anxious. We feel insecurity. We are dissatisfied. We are unhappy inside, claiming happy outside. Any thought, feeling, awareness, past impression claims that happiness is outside, causal body is active. That is how we recognize. I heard a lot of good phrases, so I will tell you. First phrase, I'm tired of you, causal body. How many times you have told you, I'm tired of you. Enough is enough. Think of this. Why do you say that? I'm tired of you. Causal body. Why I'm tired of you? I asked you to sit beside me to be happy. But you are not sitting, you have not been doing it, you have not been listening to me. But why I force for someone to listen to me? Because I want to be happy. Very subtle working of this causal body. Are you getting it? Yes, I'm getting it. I do it frequently. Causal body gives you a grand delusion that you will be happy by something outside. Honey, why you are not sitting near me? I just requested you to have a cup of tea, and then you complete the sentence. It's very subtle. Very subtle. If we do not recognize the first two, the physical and the subtle body, forget about it. Causal body runs outside is ignorance. Now let me define. Causal body runs outside, seeking peace and happiness is ignorance. Now you see that? Now you can become aware of the ignorance. Are you enjoying my talk? That is also ignorance. Only thing that we are getting a knowledge from one ignorance, we are removing the other ignorance. Do you see the logic? You are not adding one ignorance by the another ignorance. Are you enjoying my talk? Even if you say yes, you are caught. You say no, you are caught. That is the understanding of this causal body. Now, from next time, I'm not going to listen to your talk, because I have to live in it. If I live in ignorance by listening to you, then what is the fun? So you enter into greater ignorance. Understand this clearly. Once you understand it clearly, I can bet you that you will never feel tired. The tiredness and the fatigue and the anxiety and the unhappiness and the insecurity and the sense of dissatisfaction comes from the causal body. What we are doing, we are finding the real self. In the beginning, we are not the three bodies, physical, subtle, and the causal. So we are talking about the physical body, and then we will go and find out that how the three bodies creates ignorance, or you can say created delusion. I see the wall in front of me. So can you tell me that did the wall hide the space? Causal body. If you say yes. If you say no, you're right. Everywhere, at every moment in your life, no, I'm doing breathing, this guy, I'm breathing. I will remove the ignorance. Kundalini is awakened. I have feel lot of energy. But I'm suffering from trauma. No, it will not work. So we are, I gave you just reference, this will be the last session on causal body. Then we will work on this 5 sheets. Causal body, cause of physical and the subtle. Moving, you see. I am moving. No, I'm not moving. My hand is moving. And this hand belongs to the body. This causal body creates ignorance at every moment in our life. Causal body. So again, remember that this ignorance, this causal body can be dropped by recognition through the intellect, by contemplation, and the principle is discernment and dispassion. It puts the mind into confusion and habitually declares, I am the body, causal body. We have a pain in the body. I am the mind. Mind is upset. I am emotion. I hate you, causal body. And it happens impulsively, habitually. I believe we all have the same experience. causal body. We should never forget discernment and dispassion. Listening and learning. CRP, I told you, listening and learning, 12. Contemplation, reflection, and practice. Did you understand? Yes. Then why are you sad? Causal body. Oh, I understood it, but but I have a lot of problems in my. So one master explains beautifully, and I want to talk about that. Oh, a great master who lived almost thousands of years. Causal body finds 1,000,000 reason to express sadness and anger. No, your eyes are closed. It means you are not listening to me. Causal body. We need a reason to express sadness and anger. Because it is inside me. That is why I become angry outside. Do you see that? I'm upset inside first. You created a trigger. It's a situation. You are a catalyst. You're not responsible for it. You're responsible. I blame that you are responsible for my fear, for my anxiety, duality, not a thought. Master says it is causal body. And then he talks about something very beautiful. I love it, this explanation. So he said, you are a miser. A miser is one who does not spend money even when he has it. He suffers and suffers and suffers. He has a lot of money, but now it is beyond control. Then he spends the money. But I'm talking of something else. So this master says a real miser is one who lacks discernment and dispassion. He says the real wealth is discernment. We have a beautiful proverb in India, so I will try to translate into English. In Hindi, it is known as Poot Kaput to Kyon Dhan Sanchay. Ashok is smiling, he knows it. And Poot Saput to Kyon Dhan Sanchay. So, simple translation is that if my son, not kid, if my son is a good son who is intelligent, why to accumulate wealth for him? Right? Fortunately, my two kids. And but if your son or kids are crazy, they waste all the money in drugs and drinking, still you need not to accumulate money for him. He's going to waste it. And if one is really intelligent, so he will earn it. He will lead the independent life. That is the power of intellect. A real miser is one who lacks discernment. Real wealth is discernment. It is not outside, it is inside. Real wealth is many people in India, when I was here, I came here. Here people respect you, love you, they donate all the money, but you are going to US, what will happen? I said, people everywhere are same. Once they get something, some wisdom, they change their life, I will be able to maintain my livelihood. Real wealth is viveka, the discernment. Only the discernment can remove the causal body. It is internal, it is not external. No, I have understood. Many people say I understood discernment, but it doesn't work because I do not contemplate and reflect. I don't see the value in learning and listening, followed by contemplation. And then we create a kind of a guilt. I have been listening to you for so many years, nothing happened, nothing will happen. Why should something should happen? You've already created a causal body in front. Do you see that? See it clearly. So when you see that clearly, so I'm coming back to the most interesting that you have heard a couple of times. So what happens when we do discernment? Choice with us, it is internal. The moment you start doing the contemplation and reflection, then the intellect becomes aware of the choice, what is right and good, and what I like and what is pleasant. What I like and pleasant, I have not to go there. What is right and good, I have to follow that. It has to happen deeper inside. So what is going to happen? Do you know that? You are upset over a person, you are talking and suddenly causal body is gone. What is right and good? Hold me back. You don't try to rationalize. You just hold it back. You are calm. Thank you. You are right. You stop the topic. That is the path of the Shreyas. I talked about it. Shreyas is beyond good and evil. Shreyas is beyond right and good, and it is beyond what you like and what is pleasant. Why I said beyond now? Because you live into that state of peace and calmness. I'm linking a lot of stuff in this session. You have to listen to it. No, I understand everything. I know that. So when discernment is done, the mind realizing the Shreyas, whose mind realizes the Shreyas? Who is the seeker? If you are a non-seeker, you don't realize, no, it's very good, you talk very good, I appreciate. Don't appreciate me. Appreciate your intellect who lives in Shreyas. Seeker always demands Shreyas from a guru. Shreyas. Seeker always only demands, only one demand, that you give me that path of the Shreyas. You claim you are a seeker and you are demanding what you like and what is pleasant for you. In India, I had, here also, I think, here I have one seeker, so-called. He claims that he is a seeker. He told me that every week, at least for 10 weeks, he asked me to give a new practice. So I have no problem. I have 2,000 practices. What to talk about the 10 practices? So after doing the 10 practices, he blamed me. You have to think of it. You have to contemplate and reflect. So you are demanding Shreyas from a guru or from a teacher. The teacher knows what is the best to be given to you. You have to do that practice. You have to follow that until the change starts coming. Causal body, don't take it casually. How many times emotionally, mentally you are upset during the day? You have some trigger inside and it disappears, all coming from the causal body. If we are a non-seeker, we join the session, we attend few sessions, we leave it. Oh, we say, oh, how many hours course? 10 hours of the course. You join the course, rank, school, enroll in the school. You may not understand or you may understand. The seeker is who is qualified to be taught. You have a capacity to understand because you apply discernment. Because you apply discernment, you are mature. You are not a miser. And that is going to help everyone. I told you that this causal body, full of all the impressions, it has good impressions, it has bad impressions. See that causal body? Don't take it casually. It happens all the time, 24/7. Knowingly, you are taking a cup of tea, take it. But knowingly and consciously, you are taking a cup of tea. With a recognition that happiness is inside me, take it. It will work. But unconsciously, you are taking it, will create a habit. You follow the path of the prayers. And then what are the expressions? I'm tired of working with you. I'm bored with you. Enough is enough. What is the conclusion? Do you know that? What is the conclusion? Can you think of it? You do anything in this world. First conclusion is that it will not result into peace and happiness. Right? So what is the second conclusion? That the mind in delusion try to secure peace, happiness, satisfaction. Instead, result is tired. Fatigue. Enough is enough with you. Now I cannot live with you. Who is living with you? Who wants to live with you? Let me put it in a different way. Yes, that is the right way. Can you sleep 24/7? Why not? If you know that sleep gives you peace and happiness. Who wakes you up? Causal body. Come on, work. Find some pleasure outside. And again, I'm tired. And again, cycle. You see the cycle? Do you like pasta? Say yes. So whenever you are in stress, eat pasta. No, I like driving. Can you drive 24 hours? Tired, fatigue. Tired and fatigueness is nothing but coming from the causal body. Tell me anything that you can do 24/7. Anything in the world. I don't want to say, but I'm just saying, making a statement that's a subtler concept, very subtler concept, that any action that I do, any work that I do, deeper inside, at the center, causal body is there. Because peace and happiness is inside. I want to earn money. Why? To be happy. How long I have been earning money? Almost now 40 years. So how long you are going to earn? Another 40 years. Now I use the money also. You can use any damn thing, any damn work that you cherish to do. You see the way the master makes us understand the entire Eastern wisdom journey. It is the causal body. I'm leaving that discussion here. Then you say we should not work. Causal body. You have to find the balance. Don't start thinking. I think some of you have started thinking. Don't do that. So let us start. Close your eyes.